Howdy there guys, hopefully this video will be actually watchable. Watchable. We'll go off that today. Today I am doing the top 10 series that I would like to start in 2014. I almost said 2013, but it's 2013 already and we're pretty much almost near the end of the year. So there are a couple of series that I would really like to read and hopefully read all the way through, but I would really like to start these series, and there are a few that I may start before then, but these are the ideas of what I would like to start next year. And I have 10 here with me and we're just going to get started. So the first one is Graceling. I've heard a lot of things about these books. Every book I'm excited for, every book has been on my shelf for a long time. So I'll just show you. Graceling by Krisin, Cashore, which is the first book I believe in a trilogy. Correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't really heard much else. I mean, when it first came out, I heard nothing but good things about it. My partner has started it from the library and he said it wasn't exactly his cup of tea, but we do have variances in our reading, hence why we read different things. Hopefully you can see the cover. And I really like this book because it is signed, and that's cool. I didn't get to go see her and sign it, but I did pick it up at Minotaur, which is a bookshop here, which is like a sci-fi fantasy shop here in Australia, in Melbourne. So that is one series I like, or I want to start. And another reason why I want to start this series is because when I was looking up Jessica Spotswood's website, I think either was on her website or a couple of blog posts that someone did on their blog as well. She said one of her favourite books was Graceling, and I love Jessica Spotswood's writing, and so if she likes Graceling, I would like to try some authors and writing that she likes as well, because I think it's a great way to get recommendations from books other than just going on BookTube as well. See where people get inspired. The next series that I would like to start is the Angel series. I don't know what it's called, but it's by L.A. Weatherly. I wanted this book so bad when it came out, and it's still been on my shelf. I have the second book, and I believe that there's a third book coming out at some point, if it hasn't already. Angels, etc. Well, obviously by the title. I'm waiting to finish Hush Hush before I start this series, because I'd like to start a new Angel series after I finished Hush Hush. And I've only got one book, so I'm hoping to finish that book at the end of the year. But this looks so good. I believe Miss Bookish Beauty read the first and the second one recently, and she said that she really liked it. And so I've been watching a lot of her videos, and it just reminded me to pick that up. Hex Hall, I will probably be starting this before next year because I'm really eager to read it. Don't like these covers so much. I've mentioned before, if I do like this series, I'll probably get them in hardback with the original kind of, I guess, American covers. These are the UK covers. Witches, I'm actually quite obsessed with Witches right now, which is one of the reasons why I think it might be bumped up to this year, but I did want to add it into the collection for next year. It's been going around again. Jess from Beauty Equals Hate, she said that she really quite enjoyed this book. She loved Demon Glass as well. I really actually like the recommendations that she does, and she also reminds me of a lot of books that have been on my shelf, so definitely looking forward to reading that. Bloodlines, I'm not even looking at the back, guys, not looking at the back at all. I picked it up because it's Richelle Mead. I picked it up because I loved Vampire Academy, and that is one series that I really would like to finish before the end of the year so that I can start Bloodlines next year. I'm excited to read this book, but I'm also excited to finish the Vampire Academy series, so that's going to be one of my priorities. I'm hoping I can make it a priority and actually do it, but I'll be happy if I can read at least the 4th and the 5th book, and maybe read the 6th book at the start of the year. But I do want to get to this series next year for sure, and I keep seeing the 3rd one in the library and it keeps reminding me, and I'm like, yes, I need to. And I believe it's about Sydney. I think I read it once before and it's about Sydney. So, and I actually really was quite enjoying Sydney's character in book 4, so I'm so excited. Okay, so I have been waiting to read this next book forever, and I've had it in so many TV piles and stuff like that. But I really just have not been in the mood now. Partially because I haven't been in I believe this is a book about a polygamous lifestyle, from what I've heard anyway. I haven't exactly been in a polygamous relationship or anything like that per se, but I have been around some pretty dangerous and just very crazy shit in my life. Luckily I'm out of it, but I have been involved in some really just mixed up things in my life, and I'm not too sure if I'm ready to pick this book up, but I'm going to try next year. I mean, I've heard it's fantastic. I heard it's dystopian. I know I've heard a lot of things as well about the how the women are treated and things like that, and I just don't think I'm ready to read it this year. But I do want to read it. I do have the second book in hardback cover, and so it's just a matter of reading VEDA and then reading Fever, I guess it is. I think it is. Yeah, Fever. And then if I like it enough, then I'll pick up the third book and finish off that. But if I don't like it, then I'll probably do a giveaway or just sell them or something like that. But I do have the first and the second book in that series. And most of these books I actually have the first and the second, if not the third and the fourth, depending really. I've got two of them. So the next book is Fallen. Again, this has been on my list to read for quite some time. One of the oldest books I've had on my shelf, I can tell you that much, and by Lauren Kate, and I've heard some really good things about this. When it first came out, I heard some mixed reviews, and I still kind of hear some mixed reviews as well, but, you know, I believe it's about angels? Yes, it's about angels. So again, another book that I would like to read when I finish the Hush Hush series, because I tend to find that sometimes when I read too many series that are about the same kind of creature, it just kind of makes me confused. So we'll see, but I really like it, and I've got every book in the series plus the short stories in hardback form, so I'm hoping I like this series because I have spent a shit ton on this series and I need to start it. Next, I would like to start the Poison Study series or trilogy by Maria V. Snyder. I am currently finishing off Scent of Magic. I love the touch of power. Well, I don't know what it's really called. Trilogy, but I read the first book, loved it. The second book, so far it's getting about 4 stars. There are some things I don't quite like about it, but I do love Maria V. Snyder. This is one of her earlier books. My very, very lovely and welcoming and kind friend Oni, or Monique, it's very hard for me to say her name, but Oni, she sent me these, and I've been wanting to read them for such a long time, especially after I finished Touch of Power. I love this little part here. I love little things like that. So looking forward to that. This book, The Body Finder by Kimberly Derting. I believe there is 4 books out right now. I have the first 2. I have been wanting to read this book forever, and I have no idea why I haven't picked it up. I keep looking at it every day, every month. I keep going, yes, I'm going to pick you up, I'm going to pick you up. And other books just come into my life, or I think about other things. I need to read this series, I do, and I need to find out if I like Kimberly Derting's style, because I also have the Pledge to read as well. So I'm going to see whether that will be any good. I hope I like her writing style. It's blurred by Melissa Marr, and I don't really like Melissa Marr's writing style at all, which is kind of, well, especially when it comes to Wicked Lovely, so I'm just going to try her other books as well, but we'll see. But I definitely am so excited, and I've heard such good things over the years about this series. The Iron King. I know very, very strongly that the reason why I hesitate about reading this book is because it is about iron fays, or it's about fairies, and I just do not do fairies very well. I've tried several books that talk about fairies and it just, I can't do it. I struggle with it. But I do have this series. I have 4 books, and I'm hoping that I like them. I love the covers, which is one of the reasons that I did pick it up eventually. But also I heard some really good things about it too, and from people who don't like fairies either. It's lovely, lovely. I've heard a lot of things from people saying, if you don't like fairies, you'll probably like this book though because of the way it's written, and I'm hoping so because I think the Wicked Lovely series really killed that for me. However, there was some mentioning of a couple of fairies in several books. I believe, if I'm mistaken, Mandalia by R.J. Gonzalez. Oh my god, I can't remember the title of the book. But I read that and it had some sort of fairy aspect in it as well. And I don't know, I'm hoping that I like it. And we'll see next year. Then lastly, a book that has been on my shelf for forever, since I started really my YouTube channel, which is probably in 2010, I'd have to say, in my other channel, which is Evernight by Claudia Gray, and I like flicking through books while I talk to people about books. So, again, you guys have probably seen this so many times on my channel, wondering why I haven't started it. That's because I just haven't. That's my excuse. But I'm hoping to start it soon. It's a vampire book. Again, I'd like to start a new vampire series probably after I finish the Vampire Academy series. And I love Claudia Gray's Fateful. I believe that was called, yeah, I've got it. And I just loved her writing style, especially set in a historical period. But I'm hoping that her writing's good because I also have her most recent book. I think it's called Spellcaster, and I would really like to read that book too. So those are just 10 of the series that I would like to read. They will probably be my top 10 series, considering majority of them have been on my shelf for a very long time. Oh, sorry. And I do have a shit ton of series in my room to read, which I've been trying to finish off slowly. And that's one of my major goals, especially at the start of next year and the end of this year, is to really get done with some of my series so that I can start some new ones, because I am really excited to read those books. And I know it's very, very difficult to say these things because, you know, who sticks to their rules really? I don't stick to my rules either. But in the next coming months and probably the start of next year, it's going to be very tight budget for me. I have a lot of things going on in my life, vacations that have had to be cancelled and things like that, so that we can save our money to get out of this house and go and get a new one. I'm renting, and we've just had a lot of troubles with this house and with everything in it, and we want to move, but it costs a lot of money to move, so I have to forfeit something, and books are the thing I'm going to have to forfeit. But I'm pretty sure that I'll probably get some ebooks during that time, like free or review ebooks or anything like that. And I've got more than a shit ton and I need of books so I can get me through like 14 years. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to try and throw in some like newer books as well. The majority of the books that I want to review now, I just want to get down to the old stuff, you know, the old things that I've been collecting, the older books that have been sitting there for years, the series that I was so excited about, you know, because there's always going to be new series, and I've got contemporary books to read as well, and just so many books that I just really want to hone in on that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but that is my top 10 so far. I also would like to read the Percy Jackson series and the Mortal Instruments series as well. Those are two series that I was going to show you, but they were on top of my bookcase in the bedroom. And I'm a short ass and I can't reach it, so I'm like, I'll just pick two other ones that I really want to read too. Thank you guys for watching. Happy VEDA Day 1, and I will talk to you guys later. Oh, if you want to do a video, response video, or anything like that, please feel free to do one, because I'd love to watch it. So even if you just do the top 10 books you want to read next year, that's cool by me. Just have fun. Have fun, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you later.